This Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club.
Mate, tell us, this year, last year obviously towards the end of the year you really got on a roll, and so far it seems like personally you're continuing that this year. You must be reasonably happy with how things are tracking.
Yeah, I came in halfway through the year last year and playing some good footy last year, and my pre-season form had been alright, so it's pleasing to get off to a good start, and more so just the side playing my role, and I thought we were back to our best on the weekend, which was nice.
Huge disappointment for Chris Knights, as if he hasn't already had to put up with enough in his career, especially the last couple of years, but that's a tough break for him.
Yeah, certainly. He's a great guy to have around the club, and his rehab to get back to where he was on the weekend has been extremely diligent, and for him to go down is, I think it's hit the playing group really hard, and thoughts are with Chris at the moment.
What's his mood like? What's Chris?
We haven't seen too much of him. We had yesterday off, and he was pretty flat after the game, obviously, and it looks like he's going to require surgery, which will be 10 to 12 weeks injury after that.
Can you tell us, did you see the game on the weekend for Melbourne? And if you did, Bernie Vince, what did you make of his efforts? And Koch, the skipper, probably in line for him potentially this Friday night?
Yeah, sorry, joke. Yeah, look, I caught a little bit of the game, and they were exceptional, Melbourne, in the pressure they brought to Adelaide. And I didn't see the Bernie Vince incident exactly, but if he comes to Koch, I think Koch has dealt with tags really well in the last couple of years, especially. So he'll work his way through it, and hopefully we can give Koch a bit of a chop out as well if he does go to him.
Some of your teammates said last year, I suppose, particularly early on, that you got to do a bit more work to help Koch when he's tagged. Do you think as a team, you've progressed a lot in that regard? I
think so, yeah. Particularly that it was probably that Collingwood game last year that Koch got tagged, and I think that Koch himself has come a long way, and he's he's been able to work through those tags as well, and particularly as a midfield group, I feel that we've come a long way in helping him out and giving him the ball, and even just those little blocks around stoppage that can help him out.
A couple of times, Jack Watts, he admitted himself he had a couple of minutes there that he wasn't necessarily proud of. As a team, do you get stuck into Jack this week? Is there potential for a weakness or a spot inside his head that you could try and get into?
Oh, I don't think we're not going to target Jack or anyone like that. I think he's one of 22 players that will play for Melbourne on the weekend, and any advantage we can get on anyone, I think we'll be going after. So I think Jack's no different to anyone else in their side.
More than $10,000 in fines from that game. Does it make you a bit spooked if it does there's a bit of niggle out there and you have to fly the flag?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much, but I suppose that's part of the AFL, how they sanction players now. So I certainly think there is a part in flying the flag, as you said, but there's a line, and I suppose they crossed it on the weekend a bit.
Friday night footy, Melbourne hasn't featured Friday nights for a couple of years, and they've spoken about needing to put on a big show on that stage. Is that something where perhaps the first few minutes is even more important than ever to stamp your authority on the match and make sure they don't get their tails up?
Yeah, certainly, and their first quarters this year have been really good. So that's something we've spoken about, is trying to get off to a good start, and it's going to be a big occasion, Anzac Day Eve, and paying our respects to the men and women that have served for the country, and it's going to be a great occasion, and one we're thoroughly looking forward to, and I know Melbourne will be as well. So as you said, those first couple of minutes, it's always pretty hectic on any day, but I think it'll have a bit of special meaning to it, especially this week.
How's Delidio looking?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. He'll find out later in the week how he's travelling. We missed him a bit the last couple of weeks, and he's a vital player to our side, so it'd be fantastic to have him back, but I'm not sure exactly where he's up to. He'll train, he'll do his thing later today, and then see how he progresses later in the week.
Has he had any setbacks this week so far?
Not that I'm aware of, Not sure where he's up to. He had a setback last week, which obviously ruled him out of the Brisbane game, so I'm not sure how he's progressing. But I know he's pretty keen to get back, and we're certainly keen to have him back.
Having said it, in the past, your record hasn't been great without him, but you must have confidence drawing on that last game the way you played.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's we've come a long way in terms of our depth and blokes being able to step in and play a role for us. You've seen Sam Lloyd and Nathan Gordon play that forward role really well this year, and unfortunately Kane Lambert went down as well, who was playing at half forward and Knights now as well. But our depth was tested on the weekend. I think we stood up really well, and Shane Edwards we got good to have him back last week as well. So I think we can, as you said, fill that void now. And as much as Lids is a fantastic player for us, I'd like to think that we can continue to play good footy without him.
How have you seen the start to the year? Things starting to settle down now. Tigers 2-1. What's your sort of take on the start you've got?
Yeah, obviously we played pretty well against Carlton after quarter time. It was good to record a win there, and we were disappointing against the Bulldogs. All our KPIs were up, and unfortunately we didn't get the points. The Bulldogs, their pressure was fantastic, and on the weekend I thought we were really good for 4 quarters, and I think now it's just about applying that consistency and trying to find consistency now. I mean, last year we probably didn't want to be 3-12, so that's something for us to concentrate on now, is just to play some really consistent footy. Sorry.
Beauty.
Beautiful.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks.
Thank you.